Attention bobsled riders! You will soon be embarking on a thrilling podcast down the icy slopes of the Matterhorn. So please remain seated, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the bobsled at all times. Auf Wiedersehen!
Hello, Yodlers. We are the Matterhorn Yodlers. I'm your host today, Jackie, and we have...
Japheth.
And...
My name is Franklin Theodore the Third.
Oh boy. You get that reference. You get a candy bar.
I don't get that reference.
It's the vulture.
Oh.
You're like, vulture? Are we on Splash Mountain
What are we
today?
talking about?
It's like, no, more obscure than that.
So today we're going to be talking about some higher end
Bougie
experiences that we will probably never ever experience.
Unless a listener wants to invite us.
That's the only way. That's going to happen. I thought DCA, was Disney Vacation Club.
Oh, yeah.
DVC. I thought that was bougie
No,
for
no,
me.
no.
And this
no,
is like,
and it's not. But this we're going to be talking about Club 33 and Royal 21. And there's a lot of, when you think Club 33, you just think,
oh yeah, I'm in the club.
nope, that's not what I was thinking. Do you think
They have
that's
secret
what
dance
Club
club
33,
and-
it's just like Mickey Mouse.
Why do you
getting...
Why do you think they had to expand into the Court of Angels?
they did, man. You don't think
It's
that's
like-
bumping?
It's just a bumping club. Who knows? I've never been in it.
What, like, what's going on? And then you see lights flashing up there, and you're like, I thought Fantasmic was down here.
Oh wow. Yeah. We're gonna be talking about it. We'll find out if there's a club or not
There is.
in our research.
There's a club.
There's a club. It's
That's
pretty
the
well
whole
known.
point of this podcast. There's no club.
There's no club. See you next week.
This episode was garbage. There's
You
nothing
think-
for you.
We didn't put it in our urban legends. We just wanted to make it a whole episode just to be like, nope, no club.
What if
33.
there was this club where like Brer comes out and he's all like, "Want some honey?" And he was like, and then like Don Kennard's like, "No, I want pineapple." No, we're talking about Club 33. It ain't real. It's real.
It's a real thing.
Yes.
For real.
It's not
a real club.
it's not a nightclub though.
No.
But we're gonna be talking about Club 33, and we'll be talking about Peter's gonna be talking about the history of it.
For some reason, I got assigned the history segment.
You're a very good historian. You're gonna like, you can walk by as you're giving tours.
Oh,
and
I
you're gonna be
know.
like, and that's Club 33. So much history, but we're walking past it because we can't go in.
So let me ask you this. So like with Club 33, what's the one thing that you think of that like makes it different than the rest of the park?
Well, it was at one point the only place you can get alcohol.
Yeah.
Boom. And right there, that is the whole story. Right there, this story is about booze.
Booze.
This is the booze story.
Well, the other place there were booze was at Walt's special home. That was the other place where there was booze, but not access to guests.
There's actually
Yeah.
more.
More?
There was more. So the story of Club 33 is Walt went to his Imagineers and said, "Hey, I want to build a club," and then they built it.
All right.
There we go.
really sums it up.
you want
Yeah.
more? You guys
Yeah.
want more?
And
than
here's
that?
the one
Oh,
for
okay.
Disneyland. You know, Walt went to his Imagineers. He's like, "Hey, man, I want a park and I want a Disney theme.
Yeah.
And I'm going to call it Disneyland."
Right? So like I'm like, oh, this one, like I knew a basic understanding of the history of Club 33, and I was like, I'm gonna have like 5-minute segment. There's not much history here, and then it just started going down, and it's a rabbit hole of history of like how this all interconnects and the chain of events that took place as to how and why we got Club 33. This all starts before Disneyland even exists. What?
Walt just wanted a place to booze up in the middle of an orange grove in Anaheim.
Well, this is the story of why Disneyland was never meant to be an alcoholic park. Like it's not.
It's a dry park.
It's a dry park. There we go. That's the proper term there. It's a dry park. He says no liquor, no beer, nothing, because that brings in a rowdy element. That brings people that we don't want, and I feel they don't need it. Quote from Walt Disney. Even though, and that was just what he wanted. Walt was he was a drinker. He was a social drinker. Yeah. He didn't have any problem with it. But he, and that was one of the big pushbacks from his wife and other people. Like, why do you want to build a theme park? You got a bunch of drunk people, and you've been
That's
to
carnival
State Fair.
life. Yeah.
And he's and he goes, no, my park is different, and that was kind of the main center focus.
What set it apart?
That set it apart. Okay. And so.
So much so that there were no drinking fountains the day one. He's like, no, it's a dry park. Dry park. It was a hard line for him. And then he's like, fine, I'll give you drinking fountains.
Fine, you can have flushable toilets, okay?
How about we put in Splash Mountain? No.
It's a dry park.
Dry, no water.
Dry
park.
mountain.
It just costs. Yeah.
So Walt actually had 2 bars inside Disneyland that was fully stocked with alcohol. One on the Mark Twain, Riverboat Gambling.
Yeah, riverboat gambling.
Riverboat Gambling. And one at the Golden Horseshoe.
Okay.
But they were only brought out for private after-hours events that Walt would invite people to. So, that was the only time alcohol was ever served in the park was after hours at a private event. Which was kind of funny to hear. He's like, yeah, Walt had a secret stash in the Mark Twain that he would take drinks when he would go around the park. And I was like, when he would go around the rivers after hours.
And that's when the boat got put on a track. Walt crashed it too many times.
I know. I just imagine Walt sneaky on the boat, grabbing a bottle of liquor, and then drinking and driving the boat.
Mark Twain style, baby.
Obviously, that's not Walt, but.
But have you guys ever heard of Holidayland before?
I've heard of it.
Okay, so most of our listeners probably haven't heard of Holidayland. Holidayland, it was located what is now known as New Orleans Square, but it was not inside Disneyland. It was still technically outside of Disneyland. It was just kind of like a private space where companies or private parties could throw events and things like that. It had its own private entrance. They had, a little playground, and they had little fun games or whatever. But they also served alcohol there because Walt understood that people want to drink. And so he created Holidayland to give them that opportunity to purchase drink, just not in the park. Another fact I didn't know about Holidayland was that if you had booked it or whatever, they actually had their own private entrance into the theme park, and they only allowed them in on a specific reservation time period. So at 5 p.m. your party could go.
You got a zombie group of boozed up people coming into the park.
Up to 7,000 guests would come barging through the park, drunk, totally negating everything that Walt really stood for in terms of having a dry park. And that was there from 1957 to 1961.
Whoa.
Not very long.
That's still a good amount.
It's still a sizable amount of time. Another reason why it didn't do well, children hated it. Children hated it because all it was a place where parents could go get drunk. And Disneyland's right there, but the kids couldn't go to it till 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
So kids hate it.
Daddy's not done yet.
And I think there's the video of Tony Baxter commenting on Holidayland, and he's showing slides of it, and it goes, "Here you go. We're gonna go to Holidayland right next to Disneyland, and we're gonna have potato sack races," and it's yay! That's why I'm.
It's like Christmas and opening up socks. That's the one. Or Christmas Eve. That's the one gift you get to open up. And you're like,
I know.
Oh, just okay. That was worthless.
Right. But at that point, Walt it was an utter disaster having all these drunk people come in because they came in
Because they're wearing
completely
potato sacks
wasted.
on their head.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
I'm the Oogie Boogie Man.
So now we're gonna jump ahead a little bit to the World's Fair. You guys have heard about the World's
Yeah,
Fair.
we
right?
had an
Yeah.
episode. Let me see what episode that was. I gotta
What
go
was
back. Gotta go back in time for this one.
all the way back to the past. I had an intro on that
Yeah,
episode.
you did.
Can't even remember where we did that
It
one.
was on the World Fair.
It was
one.
early on.
World Fair. I'll find it.
Okay, so what we know about the World's Fair is that Walt was approached by several companies to produce attractions for the World's Fair in Queens, New York, in 1964-65. And from there, the 4 attractions. Jackie, what were the 4 attractions? Do you remember?
Small World.
Small World?
It was like the Cars one.
The one with Ford.
Yeah,
The
Ford.
one you did.
The primeval.
And then the other one was It's a Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow.
Yeah.
What was the 4th one?
What was the 4th one?
It's the one my son cries at.
Oh, Great
Mr.
Moments with Lincoln.
That's
Great
right.
Moment, Mr. Lincoln. What? Which one do you think was the most popular?
The car one.
Nope.
Lincoln.
Nope. Carousel Progress was the
Okay.
most popular
Oh
attraction.
yeah, that's right.
It was the most popular, and obviously,
Because there are a lot of animatronics.
yes,
That was new.
it was new. It always kept a crowd. It never had an empty line for the attraction, and so obviously. One of the benefits for Walt to do these attractions was that, these companies, they didn't want these attractions after the fair ended. So Walt would be like, well, I'll do it if I get to take them back to Disneyland. And they're like, whatever, sure. And so GE was all like, yeah, we'll even we'll even sponsor the attraction at Disneyland. Like, they were so excited to keep doing this. But they had a few conditions. And one of which was they wanted, like a company lounge on the second floor of the building with a bar. And so Walt was all like, no, we're a dry park. We don't do that. They were very adamant. We're like, well, we won't let you put the attraction there if we don't get our corporate lounge. And so there was a lot of back and forth. Some compromises were made. And Walt said, how about this? I'm building... One of Walt's concerns was that he did not want to have a bunch of drunk executives on top of a functioning attraction.
Yeah.
I can see that.
So that was one of his big concerns. He's like, I don't want a bunch of drunk people on top of a very popular attraction. That would have been a very popular... Maybe not so anymore today,
Right.
but back then, very popular attraction. So he said, well, listen, we're building this new area called New Orleans Square, and we're thinking about building a lounge there where we could have we could have an exclusive, bar there, where we can serve alcohol, but only with a meal. And so eventually that was the compromise, but much to Walt's disagreement. So even at that point, when Club 33 was being produced, he didn't even want alcohol served.
He's like, over my dead body.
Pretty much. Like, honestly, yeah. But also in that area, he was also looking to expand his home because whenever they would come and visit the park, they were feeling a little cramped at the firehouse. They couldn't really entertain guests.
It's a small room.
So
Yeah.
they also made plans to expand a suite above Pirates of the Caribbean, which I'm sure we'll talk about a little bit later.
Yes.
The club opened. It was only going to be exclusively for corporate sponsors and industry VIPs. So anyone that Disney wants to schmooze and try to get to sponsor something else there.
Because that's what built Disney.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Disneyland was built on sponsors.
Yep.
Then the sponsors realize, like, wait a second, we don't get any
We
benefit
don't have
from
access
this.
to Club 33.
Right. Exactly. And Walt and Lily, they even went down to New Orleans and picked out furniture and furnishings and everything like
It's
that.
still there.
That's still there today. So it's definitely one of those areas that's like still has original Walt Disney design look.
A touch of Walt.
A touch of Walt. So for those who are able to take a peek, you can get that
A
experience.
touch of his wife, Lily.
Yeah, but they probably picked it out
Yeah.
together. Yeah, there's plenty of YouTube videos out there, and someone will point that out to you. Of like, so that's where I did all my research.
Right.
Secret YouTube.
So one of the ideas, so Walt had, he saw this French elevator, and he's like, I want this, and this glass elevator. So we got Willy Wonka here, wants his glass elevator.
We saw it.
We did. We went and actually got to see. We sat in the old lobby of Club 33.
Yeah.
We took a walk in Walt's footsteps tour.
And you can step in the lobby of Club 33.
The old one.
The
old
old
one.
Not the new one.
before they changed it and got rid of the Guard of Angels.
I know. That was sad. Like, I remember going, where did the angels thing go? And, like,
It's gone.
yeah. Well, it's still
Well,
there.
it's there. It's just.
It's not
It's,
accessible.
Club
it's the
33.
waiting area for the Club 33
Essentially,
members.
that's what it is.
That's the new entrance to the club.
You're stealing my stuff. I only got so much.
Sorry.
No.
But one of the things that Walt wanted to do, because Walt like entertaining people and things like that, and he wanted a one-of-a-kind experience, is that he wanted a unique Disney element, and he wanted the stuffed birds to speak to their guest. And so they had microphones installed in the chandeliers that they were going to listen in on the guest conversation, and then cast members were going to speak through the animatronic birds to converse with the guest at the table. And they shortly realized this is a bad idea.
This is a little creepy.
We're listening in on people's
Yeah.
conversations.
To our corporate sponsors'
Yeah.
private conversations.
It's like, this Disneyland thing's a dump. And you see the guy cry, Walt's crying as he's listening in. And like, I worked really hard. That bird's creepy. They should get rid of it. I'm not going anywhere.
So
Good
there's
intentions, but yeah.
so like, and I even
Miking
think-
up a room and listening. Yeah, good intention.
But the mics are supposedly the mics are still there in the chandeliers, and same with the animatronic birds in the trophy room, but they were disconnected. They don't use them, and things like that.
what the technology is like,
Right.
from the 60s.
Yeah.
Correct. How clear are you really hearing from the guest?
That's
But
true.
the club opened on May 1967, 5 months after Walt Disney died. So he never got to
Oh,
visit Club 33.
Nope.
that's
so,
sad.
It's like Pirates. You didn't get the right pirate.
Yeah.
either.
Right. And it was like, I think it was like a couple years later, that's when they decided to open Club 33 up to anyone who can pay pretty penny.
It's like, yeah. Many pennies.
The only other thing I have left is the origin of Club 33. Where did that name come from?
I saw somebody was like, well, the 3, if you turn it around, it's ML.
It's the address.
And it's the address. And they're saying it's for, like, what, the
So-
liquor license?
So yeah, so what if you ask Disney will say it's because that's just the name of the address of the club. It's on Royal Street. It's number 33, and they needed that for California law for a liquor license.
Yeah,
or
you got to get
whatever.
zoned for a license, and it's got to go through a hearing and all that.
But there's some other ones that I kind of liked as well. The one I really liked, actually, I'll do that one last. There was one, I think I'm trying to remember his name. I think it's like Paul Pressler or somebody like that. He came out and said he was a former president of the Disneyland Resort, and he's like, Walt liked the number 3, so yeah. Like, it was like, okay. That's where it comes from. He likes the number 3. It comes from the the street address of Disneyland, which is 1313. And it's like, okay. that one I'm like, all right, that's kind of a stretch. The other one is 33 the 33 original sponsors of Disneyland.
But that wasn't true.
Yeah, I don't think that one's
That
true.
one,
There's probably
we did
more.
urban myth on that one, and that one's not true.
Right, I think there were a lot more than 33
Yeah.
sponsors. The one I liked was that 1933 was the year Prohibition ended in America.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so that's when Club
Club
33
33 opens.
represents the opening of alcohol into the Disneyland park.
Okay.
Okay.
I
I
can
can
go
go with
with
that
that.
one. That's a nice story.
I kind of like
Yeah.
that one. I was like, oh, okay,
I
that
like
works.
it more
better
than
than
the address.
1333. Then
Well,
somebody's
like
like,
number 3.
well, why not?
Okay.
Why not 11?
All
It's
right.
like he didn't even get to choose his address.
Yeah.
I just thought that was the funniest thing. But
Yeah.
that is the research that I've done as the history of Club 33.
Is it my turn?
Yeah. What's going on with today's Club 33?
So it's. I mean, it seemed like it was unchanged for the most part
For a long time.
for a long time,
Yeah.
and then it changed in 2014. They did a major
Massive
renovation. They
renovation.
expanded it. They added another room.
What? They wanted to make more money?
yeah.
What?
Salon Nouveau. Nouveau.
They
Nouveau,
realized
yeah.
they have a mile-long waiting list of people that want to pay them thousands and thousands of dollars, and they want to accommodate that.
Yeah.
Dollars, yeah. So yes. What is new? Let's see. They've got a nice merchandise shop.
Yeah.
There's
I
some
didn't
awesome
realize that.
videos
Oh,
of that.
I
It
didn't
is.
realize
And
that.
Yeah.
it is nice.
Yeah, I'll see like YouTubers that will get invited to go to Club 33 and they'll just go crazy on the merchandise and like
They
it's
walk around with a
nice.
bag like
It's,
it's,
like,
a Tiffany's
special.
bag or
Yeah.
something
It's
like
a
that.
nice bag. You get hats and spirit jerseys and pins and
The pens. They had one from like the Haunted Mansion door. Like they'll sell ornaments. They'll sell keys.
Yeah.
Like very nice. And I'm like,
And
that
it
would look good on
changes.
Father Yoder's like shelf
Right.
right there.
it changes all the time.
Very exclusive. And yeah, it's one of like, you want to stick out among Disney fans, have that merchandise.
Yeah.
The guy said he was like walking around with a bag. He's like, oh, I was getting some head turns, and I was like,
I think
well,
I watched that same
it's
video.
like, it's not because of the way you look, bro. It's it's your bag.
Yeah.
They have a Minnie and Mickey meet and greet up there.
Really?
Yeah, there's just one guy, I watched his experience, and there was Minnie and Mickey up there, and they had like their own like costume exclusive,
Oh.
and they were just there in the lobby area for guests to, hang out and take pictures. Well, as Peter said, you enter now in the Court of Angels, and it's kind of like Peter said, it's a waiting area.
It was the best
Oh,
quiet spot in New Orleans Square.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like there was
It was
no,
the eye
there
of
was
the
like
hurricane.
there was like one table in there. That was it. There was
Everyone
like
ignored
one
it.
Yeah, like nobody went in there. It was like the best. Like we went in there and had lunch all the time. That was great.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. The old one is, most people think they know where the Club 33 entrance is the old one next to Pirates.
Yes.
So it
And
still
it
says Club
says
33
33.
there, but
People will ring the doorbell. I'm pretty sure they've deactivated
they've deactivated it, and that is the way how you get in. Is that at the new entrance they have a doorbell. It's really nice. You ring in. They wait a few seconds. Probably prank callers all the time.
Oh, yeah.
And then they go like, oh, how can I help you? And then they'll ask you for your reservation. Then it's not like a waiting list. Like, oh, no one's filling that table. Can I sit in there? No.
No.
This is, like I said, it's exclusive. Let's see. Yeah, you'll wait in the Court of Angels, and then you'll take the club elevator. It's a new one,
Yeah.
and that'll take you up to the lobby. From there, what do they have there? They have the merchandise cabinet. Then they have a harpsichord. It's beautiful. It's green. It's got like a mural in there. They got the famous turkey vulture that used to interact. It's on the grandfather clock. And then you can see like the chandelier with those like long crystals. with
Right.
the
Yeah.
Art Deco kind of style with linear lines. And you'll see Club 33. You'll see 33
Everywhere.
all through that place, everywhere. They do have a rule: no
No
videos,
video.
but you can take pictures, which is really cool
Yes.
because for those
It
who will
would
never
stink
go,
if you couldn't do pictures. Like if you got your one
You'd be like,
chance to
"Hey,
go there.
I went to Club 33. You sure you did?
Yeah.
You got pictures? You
no,
got no
I
proof.
stole a plate, and
got
that would be your best proof.
Yeah.
You got pictures? No, you got nothing.
Exactly. Was it that's Boy Meets World?
That was Boy
episode.
Meets
That was
World.
with Eric's roommate, Sean's brother. What's his name? I'm drawing a blank.
Yeah, I know. I saw
The
mine.
um, Jack.
Jack.
Jack is his name. Okay, sorry.
Tangent.
Yes, I was in China digging boats. It's like, you got pictures? That's what Petey says. Oh, man. All right. Let us tangent back to what we're talking about. And so there you have like almost like a split from the lobby. Either you can go to the Salon Nouveau, which is a jazz club. It's inspired by Tiana's place from the movie. See a lot of, like, you see like hand-carved bars. It is gorgeous.
It's a beautiful place.
It's like the most beautiful like interior of all of Disneyland, and it's I mean, woo, yeah, they have like tall ceilings with like a stained glass like runner down there. It's got a warmth in there, and it's cozy in the sense with like what they've done with the wood and the carving and the crown molding. And then what else do we got? Yeah, before you go there they have this like wine cellar like hallway that you go that like bridges you, and they have like this these booths where it's got a pirates theme and a haunted mansion theme. And then there's the main dining room and the La Grande Salon. It's got new flooring that they removed. They got like a checkerboard there. They got rid of the fireplace to put more windows, so it's well lit. Like all the pictures I've seen and all the videos, they use a lot of that natural lighting. You don't get that fluorescent lighting at all. I don't know what if I could read this. Did they shut down the trophy room? Did they get rid of it? Is that still there?
I think so.
I
I'm not
pretty
sure.
it is. I'm pretty sure the trophy room's still there. I could be mistaken. I've never been there.
And it's really hard to describe. All I can do is recommend like just
look.
you
up
have to
pictures.
watch some YouTube videos of this exclusive place, because growing up we just knew it's like, oh, you got to pay to get in and it's super expensive. That's all they told you.
Yeah.
There was no internet to tell you these pictures, and nobody from the internet was like, if you had the money, you don't take pictures to brag online or
Right.
like, you know, to be informative. No. So it was, completely, new to us, but Disney vloggers are, they're getting invited in and they're sharing their experiences, and it's amazing.
Oh yeah.
Truly amazing, of like Disney at the next level.
Yeah, it is.
And from what you've seen, Jackie, what would you say like it in comparison to the Disney cruise?
Oh, like Club 33?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, it's like on a whole different level.
Different level.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think the cruises are the closest thing you're gonna get to that kind of experience.
As like, like service-wise?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably, if you're not ever gonna, like, most of us, we're never gonna taste Club 33, you're gonna get
Unless somebody invites us.
we will not say no.
I will make.
I'll tell my
special
wife
trip out
no.
there.
Sorry, I gotta go do podcast work. She wouldn't even know what Club 33 is, And then I tell her, and then she's like, "I hate you."
No, like, I would say you would just get, like, a taste of it from the cruise compared to what you probably get.
Yeah.
Well, I know the chef, like he's the head chef at the Napa Rose and the Carthay Circle Theater restaurant. So
It's nice. And so, like we were saying, the membership, it was $25,000 to initiate it, and it's about 50. You say it's 50,000 now?
It's 50,000, I think.
I said I thought it was like 15.
Oh no, it's
No.
25,000.
Is it?
And there's like two different tiers, I think.
Yeah, there's like the low tier and the upper.
It depends
tier.
on the alcohol.
and I've written down some of the prices I saw there that were like, whoa. The annual fee. So once you get invited and you pay the initial fee of 25,000, we'll say that's
Right.
what it is. Annual fee is 10,000 a year, just to maintain your membership there.
That's what I thought was 15. Was
Maybe the
rate.
annual has
Oh.
gone up
They
15,
could have.
just to jab at those people that are like, I'm only doing it once
Right.
so I can get in.
Yeah.
The wait list is apparently over a decade.
Yeah.
So like people will sign up when they're like 20, and then by the time they do have some money, they're like, you just hate for it to like your list comes up and you're like, you just had a really bad year.
Oh, yeah. They're like,
You just lost
oh,
your
you've
job."
been invited to join Club 33, and you're like,
I got to start all over again.
"Oh, I
Can you
can't."
push me back a year? Nope.
Do you take credit cards?
Only if it's the black card
Yeah.
from American Express. No, it's 800 people I've heard that are on this list, and I wonder what it like takes. Like if there's some money you have to put down just to put your name on the list too.
I imagine there is.
like
Oh,
little
a
deposit.
deposit?
Oh, it's not like administration fee.
It's probably there's probably a deposit or a holding.
Right.
I would think so. So the perks, you got to get some more perks besides hanging out in this one room, right? You have access 365 days of admission, no blockouts, none. You get unlimited photo pass, free parking, 50 park hoppers, a secret number of fast passes. You imagine like you just keep using them and they're like, sorry, you're all out.
The one I saw it said like you get like 6.
It said secret.
But well now it's like now
Well,
they
it's
use
just
now they
Genie
use
Plus.
And that's what it say that it's
So it's just like,
it's part
if
of
you
that.
want it, you can get it.
Yeah.
pretty
Probably.
much. They probably it probably just comes with it. You can
Yeah.
just, you have Genie Plus.
Um,
Go.
And then, yeah, you have a private concierge service, and you have access to the other 4 clubs at Walt Disney World.
And I think
I heard that
Part
you
of it-
don't have access.
I guess I may have.
I had
that wrong.
heard that like that's a separate Club 33.
and that may be true. I may have been looking at old information.
I think the Disney World one is a little bit more affordable, a little lower cost compared to Disneyland.
so. Maybe you can't get. Well, if you get the ones at Disney World, you can't go to Disneyland. But if you get Disneyland, maybe you could go to Disney World.
Probably.
I'm not sure about that.
So I may be wrong on that. Again, that's Captain Hook. It's French news right there.
I also read that like if you're Club 33, you get like access to 5 VIP tours.
Yeah, it
Ooh.
was something like that.
Yeah.
And those are 5Gs a piece.
Yeah, a minimum.
Yeah. And then there's a dress code. And you don't have to wear a top hat or a cape or have a cane or a monocle.
A monocle,
I gotta have a
Monocle.
monocle. Oh my, I got my monocle.
You must have your pinky up at all times.
Mommy, I'm having a hard time eating with my forks. The pinkies, I use them. You will stick your pinkies out if you know what's good for you. The vulture's talking to you. Pinkies out. Its eyes turn red.
Pinkies up or you
Then,
lose
like,
them.
kind of like a laser pointer points right at their head, like
Things start like it's like actual lasers, like burning. Ow! Make the vulture stop, Daddy.
you don't have your pinkies out.
No, so the dress code, there's no swimwear, no cutoffs, tank tops, anything with a bare midriff, and no flip flops. And really, Disney doesn't want you wearing flip flops. As soon as you fall down or hurt yourself with flip flops, it's at your fault.
Yeah.
You can never sue Disney for wearing flip flop like while wearing flip flops, pretty much.
It's more of like if you
Unless you get like maimed by a ride.
Right.
Oh, were you wearing flip flops? Oh, dang it! Sorry, Space
Saw you
Mountain
lost
running
both
you
of your
over has
arms.
nothing to do with that. If you were wearing regular tennis shoes, you would be fine. There's some common sense to
Go
that
back
rule.
to our Disneyland.
the
People versus the Disneyland
yes,
episode.
yes, that was a great one.
No, usually if you're going to Club 33, you're wearing your nicest things.
You don't have to wear like night night.
You can wear like a polo
dress and
shirt
stuff like
or
that.
something
Yeah.
like that.
Polo shirts are fine and stuff. And so I also, from one of the videos, I wrote down what's in the menu. And so I'll write like the inspiration, and it goes into the history a little bit, and I'll read it. Years ago, Walt Disney felt that a special place was needed where he can entertain visiting dignitaries and others in a quiet, serene atmosphere, where superb cuisine and distinctive decor would complement one another. He asks Dorothea Redmond to provide watercoloring renderings of what such a place might look like. Accompanied by renowned decorator Emile Curie, Walt and his wife traveled to New Orleans to select many of the beautiful antiques that remain on display here. After years of planning, Club 33 became a reality. May 1967. Sorry, I'm having to read with my metal microphone holder in my way. Club 33, so named after its address, 33 Royal Street, was renovated and expanded beyond its original version in 2014, returning to the original watercolors, renderings, and handwritten notes from Walt and Imagineer Kim Irving brought to life a grandeur and an elegance that Walt originally imagined. Although its visionary never walked its floors, Club 33 is proud to celebrate 50 years of heritage and hospitality in his honor. Welcome to Club 33, and it's got the manager's name and then the chef's name right there. But I also got the menu. So this is a lunch menu. So it's a 4-course menu for lunch, and then it's a 5-course for dinner. So it sure beats our Mickey bars and and soup bowls and Earl's sandwich when you run out and you're like, this is the best deal ever. So your first course, here we go, and you guys pick which one you guys want, is the roasted beet cappuccino with goat cheese, mousse, and hazelnut. And you have the smoked trout apple parfait. I was thinking of McDonald's parfait with trout, and I was like, that's gonna taste weird. But it's got creme and croûte and trout caviar. So that's where the trout is, and they have little bread that you can scoop it out. So you're not eating it like McDonald's with a plastic straw with the spoon at the end. And then you have your traditional escargot with parsley, lemon, garlic, butter. So what would you guys get?
My first time going there, I would go all out. I get the escargot.
You go escargot?
What
Yeah,
was
gotta
the first
try
one?
it.
You have the roasted beet carpaccio. I saw the picture of what the guy took of it, and I'd probably go with that. But you know what? The trout parfait did look good.
Did it?
That's why I said
I was
it's
kind
not.
of on the fence with that one. So.
It's yeah. I mean, you're dealing with caviar, and it looked. They had the bread that went with it, and I was like, that looks good. Because when I was writing it down at first, I'm like, all I'm thinking of is McDonald's parfaits. Okay. Okay, second course. You have an autumn pumpkin soup with duck confit and creme fraiche. Man,
You're
sorry.
not French.
I'm not French. And then you have a Waldorf salad, Honeycrisp apple. And so you have that. You have a pumpkin soup and a salad with apples and walnuts.
Those are the options.
Those are the two options for your
They
second
both
course.
sound delicious.
I'd go with the salad.
I'm going soup.
I'm a toss up. I think for me it depends on the season. If it's cold out, I go soup. If it's hot out,
At the time,
salad.
this was fall when they had this
Yeah.
this meal. I'd go with the duck soup.
Yeah, the soup sounds fun.
All right, on to the entree. You have fish of the day with a paradel pasta, leeks, fennel, and saffron broth. And then you have a Zinfandel, a braised pork pot roast with cranberry, kumquat relish, roasted quince, and parsnips. Then you have a tangerine sage chicken, malanis, with a sautéed chanterelles and butternut squash with thyme just. I don't know what that is. Grilled petite filet mignon with oxtail ragout, Hasselbeck fingerling potatoes, and then you have a sweet Roman gnocchi, or noce. I think it's noce. I don't know. With roasted apples, walnut, parsley, pesto. What do you guys think? You got the fish of the day. You got pork pot roast. You got chicken. You got you got steak, and then you got some noche.
I like how you just very
Summed it up.
simplified it.
I had to do the reminder. You're like,
Yeah.
I got lost in the chanterelle and the butternut
The
squash.
pork sounded good. Also, the filet mignon.
I saw the picture of the filet mignon. I was like,
Whoa.
oh my gosh, that looks amazing.
You like steak.
I do like
yeah.
steak.
I think I do fish of the day.
You do fish.
You know
in the day?
why? I would always, like with a friend, we'd always go to the nice restaurants when I was during my college program. I would still have like a lot of money in my savings at the
Yeah.
time, so I was balling at that time. And I'd always get like a chicken dish or something, and they would always get the fish of the day or like some fish dish, and it was always the best. And so this time I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go with the fish of the day. My luck would probably taste like garbage and
I
like
know it's like
the filet
Yeah.
mignon
you
looks
got
good.
tilapia.
No. Dang it, I hate tilapia. It's a Safeway catch. It was on sale. I typed in my number. I'll give my compliments to the fisherman that got this one. I
fish
will.
farm?
At the fish farm in Casa Grande, Arizona. And for your finale, you have a pumpkin cheesecake. And then you have a baked warm pear tart, Valerone chocolate Elvis cake with banana peanut butter ice cream, and then a warm citrus upside down cake.
I do the pumpkin cheesecake.
Pumpkin cheesecake, that one looked good.
I do the second one.
The pear tart,
Yeah.
I would go with the upside down cake. That's what. And so with some of these prestigious spirits that you were talking about, the liquor, they have a Bilvanie 50-year single malt Scotch. How much do you think that one costs? Just
The bottle or the
Drink.
the drink.
the drink?
The drink.
I would say like 50.
$50.
Yeah.
Try $2,500.
Oh gosh.
For the drink? Oh my god.
I'm curious, how much is the bottle?
I don't know. I mean, and then you have a Rennie Martin Louis, the 13th rare casket cognac. Where do you think that is?
Cognac.
And they have like a whole page on the menu with the history of this cognac.
Oh wow. We're gonna go with. Wait, the last one was in the thousands.
Yeah, 2,500.
Oh, we're gonna go with 3,500.
We'll go 5,000.
Okay, it's lower. These
lower,
I'm
okay.
Oh.
I'm descending in price.
okay, you're
this one's
descending.
1,500.
Still.
Oh, okay. I got
Oh,
Just
wait.
that.
I gotta
And then
avoid
the
that,
last one is
right.
Last Drop, 1982 bourbon whiskey, $1,000.
Ooh.
This is nuts.
just for a small drink.
I think it's just for a
those
small
are
drink.
Yeah, those are strong.
It's not like you're gonna
drinks.
walk out with a bottle of this for $2,500 in the park. You know, so those are some of the things of what's going on there in the club.
Yeah.
So as you can tell, just the highest liquor prices, and they have like a whole page of it. Super expensive.
Yeah, I mean, Club 33 is very exclusive. We talked about its big,
You
long
got
wait
Tom
list.
Hanks, Elton John.
Yeah, you got some big celebrities that are on that are
that get
members.
served there when they go to the parks, and celebrities do go to the park.
Hey,
You
Yeah.
see it all the time.
Tom, give me a call.
There
He's
is
like,
Tommy.
eat sand, Peter.
Hey, Tommy Hanks.
Tommy Hanks.
Come on, Tommy Hanks, give me a call. Let's hang.
Bring, eat sand, Peter. Call me Tommy one more time. See what happens.
Right?
I'm Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks, y'all. I'm David S. Pumpkins.
He's like, sure, but you have to eat with David S. Pumpkins.
A deal. I'll eat with David.
That's all
S.
he does
Pumpkins.
behind you. He's like, oh, David S. Pumpkins. And you're eating pumpkin cheesecake and pumpkin soup.
That's worth it to me, right there.
I'm going to torture you.
So there's Club 33, but there's also a second very high-end dining experience.
I just learned about this while we were doing
Yeah.
research.
So this is called Royale 21.
Same street.
Anyone can do this.
Anyone can do this. It's
There's not a 10-year wait list.
there's not a membership needed.
It will when you're trying to save up or 10 years to pay it off.
So this is this experience is located in the Dream Suite above Pirates. We have fond memories of the Dream Suite.
Yeah,
before.
we used to eat
when it was-
Pringles and eat
Yeah, so the
eat
nice
granola bars
the
on
nice
the patio.
balcony
PB&J
that you see.
sandwiches,
Yeah,
yeah.
we would eat Pringles. We would bring our lunch to the park.
Our
and
chewy
eat-
bars.
So yeah, our chewy bars. So we could always point to our kids like, yeah, I've eaten there before.
Yeah.
I've eaten there.
I had
did you
Pringles and,
eat?
and granola
I've
bars.
eaten there.
Yeah, that was a very popular lunch spot for us to eat because not a lot of people.
A lot of people
It
didn't
was an art
realize,
gallery.
Well, yeah, not a lot of people realized you could go up those stairs. That there
Yeah.
was actually something there that guests could actually see.
And this is in the early 2000s before they put in the suite.
Yeah, so then they closed it. They put in the suite. That's when they were doing the publicity of
They did the year of a million dreams.
yeah, where you may win a night in the
And nobody
suite.
stayed in those places.
I feel like no
I
one.
think that it was like a handful. Of people
Yeah.
that
So they did
were
all
in it.
this work, and it was all for marketing, and no one really stayed in it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So they did make the Dream Suite a special experience that you can make reservations for. Anyone can call up and make a reservation for. It's a special dining experience for up to 12 guests. Do you guys know the price?
No.
No.
Okay, guess the price for one dinner for 12 people.
Is it like 1,200? Is it more?
It's more.
I would say it's like 18,
It's 15,000.
15.
She's paying $1,000 plate, pretty much.
Yeah, it's about $1,250 per person.
Wow.
Hey, you want to go in on that?
Nah,
No?
I'm
Alright.
good. I don't have that balling money anymore.
Yeah. And basically, you're wondering, well, what's really included? What is this
Fancy looking
experience?
plates that you eat off of that say 21.
Yeah. So, on the evening of your 21 Royal experience, your guests will arrive at the majestic Disney Grand California Hotel.
That's right.
That's where you meet for your whole party. You do get valet parking for free. It's included.
At the
At
California
the
event.
Grand California is included. Then you get a VIP escort to inside the park.
Yeah, you don't access it from
The front. No.
from the Disneyland park.
You access it behind in New Orleans by the train
Yeah.
station.
You walk across and get there.
Yeah. And then you're welcomed by a professional butler who will greet you in New Orleans.
This is named Jeeves. Does he cover my vacuum cleaner?
No, his name's Frank.
Frank.
Frank. I'm Frank. I'll take your bags. I'll take your coats.
Yeah, so the butler will take you up to the suite. And you're welcomed with a cool towel and a cold beverage. And it's a 7-course meal.
I
That's
can
a-
barely handle a 1-course meal. let
Now
alone
these
7.
portions are small. They're not like your
It's
standard
fine
portion. It is
dining. Like
very fine. It's like if you got a piece of meat, it's like one little piece of meat. So it's not
Gotcha.
like a full on course. It's like a tasting experience.
I know we had that when we went to Gigi's birthday party. We had like a
yeah, tell me about that.
it was like a
How great was
4 or
it?
It
5
wasn't
course
great. I
meal.
was sick.
It was 4 or 5
I wasn't
I was
there. I
vomiting.
was overseas.
I didn't eat anything because I was so sick.
Oh.
Yeah.
It was pretty good. It was a good trip for me, so I can't complain.
But inside the suite, so when you get in, you do get time to explore the suite and look around, and the cast members there do show you the specialty magical moments and features in the suite.
But better. That's all I'm gonna say. You better. Would you like this? I want both options.
Well, that'll be another $15,000.
Then I'll take the cheapest one. Which one do I punch my phone number in and get the discount?
Yes.
What does my Disney Visa discount give me?
Sir, we're gonna ask you to leave.
So you can have 12 guests. It's a $15,000 dinner. Valet parking comes with it. Also park hopper tickets, but like, if you actually use them, great. But
It's really bad for those people who never go to the park.
yeah,
It's not really for Disney fans.
no. It's a 7-course meal. That meal does include tax, gratuity, and wine pairing, with additional cocktails
So you're
included.
saying to be a waiter at that place.
Well, your meal's already included, so.
Yeah. And then, let's see here. So you do get to, during your 7-course meal, there's a part where you step away and you get to watch Fantasmic from the balcony. It's probably one of the best views.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're pretty center spot
Yeah.
on.
Nothing really blocking your view.
And after your big meal, you get a gift bag. And in this gift bag, you get like a specialty pen.
So here's that $5 off your next stay, your next visit to the 21 Royal.
I'm gonna put this one on the fridge for next time. Don't want to miss out on that.
You do get like a envelope with the menu that you ate, and it's like wax stamped with the
crest of 21. I saw that.
You get in the gift bag, you get like a specialty pen, a tea, a pastry, and a coffee for the morning.
And where's the 1 ounce of gold that I get paid back for my meal?
This is a 5-hour experience.
Yeah, it's no joke.
Well, you better use that park hopper quick.
That's why I say there's a park
Do you get
hopper.
it to use it the next day?
No.
No, you get to use it now. They're like, there's only 1 hour left. You
Right.
better start hopping.
Yeah, each course is about 20 minutes each around. And of course you get description of each course. You get the chef that's, very high end and is introducing it, very similar to like Club 33, very specialty food, beautiful dishes and dining and linens and all of that. They treat you, a lot of celebrities will do this experience.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they're waiting 10 years to get in the other place.
Yeah.
So.
I don't think they wait in that line. I think if a celebrity just name drops, they're in the front of that list.
There's probably some of that going on.
That's not fair. Well, we'll get a famous name.
Make Disney money.
Yeah.
But I was reading this article about it, and they're like, after their experience, they went to go.
Yes, they call you up 2 days later and give you a survey. Well, are you busy enough to do a survey? We'll give you another $5 off coupon.
No, so like they were gonna ride an attraction after, because there's like about 40 minutes of the park hours left after the dining.
Who's got a park? I got a park hop.
How do I use this park hopper right here?
The other park closed 2 hours ago.
And they rode like Thunder Mountain, and it was like a 40-minute wait, and this dining experience does not include Fast Pass. So they're like,
They had to wait standby.
which I thought was kind of funny.
I would be like,
I'd be bougie. You're like with the commoners, and you've got your Club 21 bag in the standby line.
It was funny because she was like, I was wearing heels, and it was fine, but yeah, I just thought that was funny. There's like no fast passes for this specialty dining, but it's just like, would you do it? Would you do it?
You know what?
If you were invited and you're like, oh, just pay a certain amount.
I think if I had a good group of people and
would depend
you'd
on
save
that,
up,
yeah.
like if you guys if we are having like a family reunion, like, hey everyone, we want to do this,
Oh,
and it's gonna cost everyone $1,500.
I think you have to be 12 and up.
Yeah, I think so too. They don't want little kids.
They don't
running
want little kids running around.
You know what? It's worth the price. How much is it again? How much does it cost to not have my little kid right there at lunch? No, I want pasta. Mac and cheese. Oh, no, chicken nuggets. I want french fries.
You don't want that?
Every meal. Oh, yucky. Oh, no. It's like you just looked at it.
For 15,000, you don't
Right.
want that?
I'll pay that. No, as I said, I'll pay that just to
literally
get away.
I'm literally bribing my son to eat cheesecake. And he's like, "Oh, I don't like the way it looks."
You just want to take it in their mouth and just shove it in there. And they're like,
No.
oh, why would you
Like
do that?
literally today, my son was refusing to eat a butterscotch cookie. I'm like, "What is wrong with you?"
Back in my day, we had these horrible cookies from Smitty's that were like
The
6
11
months old, and you're like, well, there's nothing left.
so
There's no sugar. And you're just like, all right, I'm going to eat those stale cookies.
There's nothing else. Yeah.
And you ask father, you're like, I like those cookies. Like, you purposely stick Christmas cookies in a tin and like agent. You like stale cookies. Of course you like the stale, like gross cookies in the cookie jar. Yes. So back to the question. Yeah, I'd pay $1,500 not to eat with my child.
15,000.
15,000? I thought it was
Oh.
1,500.
Well, if it was if you were going,
If you broke it out,
for a
total.
group of 12.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, oh, like
it's not 15,000 each.
No,
it's like
1,500.
1,500. Yeah, you're paying $1,250 to 1,500.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
if it was like
I
a
thi- if
one
I'm
of a
pla-
kind experience,
if I'm
sort of thing,
planning
sure.
a big event or something like that, yeah, why not? That's doable, and it's a unique experience at Disney.
It's the closest you'll probably get to Club 33.
I think so, and I've seen like friends of mine that have made it into Club 33, and they took pictures and they thought it was an amazing experience.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the holy of holies for like, you know, when people do like the like Hajj to Mecca, they actually make it into the room where the rock is, you know. So
Right.
So it's like that's what it is for like Disney fans, is to make it into one of
Make
those
it
like
into Club
exclusive
33,
experiences like that Club 33 or even Club 21, you know, or staying at the Disney suite or seeing Walt's like studio apartment or being in the caboose on the Disney train. There's just certain things that Disney fans just want to do and
Yeah.
experience that most guests cannot do.
Yeah, for sure.
And me, I'm just gonna eat my stale cookies in my cookie jar.
And listen to your child go, yucky, yucky.
It's a Dole Whip. No. And she throws a tantrum, and I'm just like, oh, I should have listened. I should follow my own rule. No kids before 5 in the park.
Yeah. So let us know. Have you been in a Club 33?
Have you eaten a stale cookie 6 years, 6 months old in the cookie jar?
Have you experienced 21 Royale? And would you, if you had the chance, would you pay the money for it?
If I have it.
If I got stupid money, I'll
yeah.
pay for that.
I don't think I'd ever do Club 33. Not for that amount of money.
No.
I'd have to be like
No.
I'd have to be like a retired millionaire.
Yeah.
Where you're just like a billionaire too. Billionaire where you're just like, you know, you got like 20 good years
Yeah.
and you finally get in and you're like, yeah, I got this money. My house paid for. I like going to Disneyland every day. Yeah, then I would do it.
Sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
Like, do you have to pay for your meal when you're up there at Club 33?
Yeah.
Do you have to pay for the meal, or is like just the fee itself gets you in with the
No,
reservation?
I think you have to pay.
I have no idea.
I didn't see any prices on the menu. I'd be like, how much is the bread?
I feel like you do have to pay.
I don't know. You already paid to get in with your
That's
annual
true.
fees. They're not expecting you to eat every day.
Well, you have to pay for the alcohol.
Well,
that. I
that's
can see.
different.
The alcohol's
That's different.
different.
Okay. Well, let us know if you know the answer.
Yeah.
You can.
Because if you know, then maybe you can invite.
We're desperate for an invite.
Wink, wink.
We're thirsty Disney
Now,
fans.
if it's only one ticket for the three of us, who knows what will happen?
all you're gonna see is someone's
gonna be a
someone's
death
gonna
match.
someone's gonna throw a knife into the podcast recording and turn off the lights, and you're gonna hear people going, ah!
We're
I'm
open
like-
for rapid expansion. We only got room for one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then you just hear the next podcast where, "Hi, I'm your host, Japheth."
I'm the only one.
With Jackie going, "I'm dying," and Peter's going, "I'm dead."
Let me out.
And I'll be like, "And I'm going to Club 33."
In jail.
This might be the last episode of the Matterhorn Yodelers.
All right. With that being said, follow us on our social medias. Email us at matterhornyodelers@gmail.com. We've got a bunch of links on our Instagram and on our Facebook to our other social medias. Make sure you're following us on all of our platforms. And with that being said, have a magical day.
Thank you for joining us on this week's episode of the Matterhorn Yodelers. Please remember, before your bobsled comes to a complete stop, to follow us on Facebook and Instagram. And remember...
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.